The sun rises over a massive airfield where the ultimate showdown is about to take place, a drag race unlike any other in history. The rumble of engines can be heard even before the machines are revealed, each of them representing a different pinnacle of human engineering. On one side stands the Kawasaki Ninja H2R, the world's most extreme production motorcycle, its sleek black and green bodywork gleaming as if forged for battle. Mechanics in racing suits make last-minute adjustments, wiping down its body and checking every bolt as the rider adjusts his helmet, preparing to tame over 300 horsepower packed into a machine that weighs less than some of the competitors' wheels. The engine coughs to life with a supercharged snarl, spitting flames on idle, sending chills through the crowd. Not far away, the Formula One car sits like a coiled predator, its low-slung bodywork hugging the ground with surgical precision. It doesn't scream for attention like the motorcycle, it exudes quiet menace, built for one purpose, to dominate on the track. Engineers in matching team uniforms swarm around it, laptops open, telemetry streaming, every millisecond of performance being squeezed from the finely tuned beast. The driver lowers himself into the cockpit, straps tight, visor down, already in the zone. The sound of the F1 engine, once fired up, is deafening, a high-pitched symphony of revs that shakes the very air, more violent and precise than any ordinary car could imagine. Then, eyes turn to the horizon as the F16 fighter jet rolls into view, its presence instantly dwarfing the land-bound machines. Sleek gray lines cut against the sky, the cockpit canopy glistening under the sunlight. Its engine spools up with a whine that crescendos into a roar, a sound that makes the ground tremble. When the afterburner ignites, tongues of fire shoot from its exhaust, heat waves distorting the air. The pilot sits calm, visor reflecting the runway, hands steady on the throttle, knowing he commands over 29,000 pounds of thrust that can break the sound barrier without hesitation. This is not just a vehicle, it is a weapon of speed. The supercars arrive together, a parade of beauty and fury. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, McLarens, and more, each one a dream machine in its own right, their exhaust notes forming a symphony of mechanical pride. Paint gleams under the sun, doors open upward in dramatic style, and cameras flash as spectators swarm for a closer look. These cars represent elegance and speed combined, but against the monsters lined up beside them, questions linger about whether raw power will outweigh luxury engineering. Their drivers rev the engines, filling the air with deep, thunderous growls, determined to prove that their cars are not just showpieces but warriors ready for battle. Finally, rolling in with quiet authority, the private jet makes its entrance. Sleek and polished, it carries itself with the confidence of a machine made for the wealthy elite, but today it will be pushed to its limit, tasked with racing not for comfort but for speed. The crew steps out to inspect the engines, while its pilot calmly prepares inside, adjusting dials and scanning systems. It may not have the raw aggression of the fighter jet, but its twin turbines are capable of extraordinary acceleration once unleashed. The lineup is complete, 5 categories of machine, each one representing a unique vision of speed. Crowds gather along the edges of the runway, cameras and drones hover overhead, and announcers' voices rise with excitement. Statistics flash on giant screens. The Kawasaki Ninja H2R, capable of hitting nearly 400 km per hour. The Formula One car, built for downforce and flawless cornering. The F16, unmatched in thrust-to-weight ratio. The Supercars, each a marvel of automotive passion. And the private jet, a symbol of airborne luxury pushed into the realm of competition. The anticipation grows heavier with every passing second, fans debating in the stands who will take the crown of ultimate speed. While the machines roar in readiness, another challenge begins to unfold, preparing the battlefield itself. The airfield has been transformed into a drag strip like no other. Miles of tarmac have been cleared, marked, and equipped with high-tech sensors to measure every millisecond of acceleration and every fraction of top speed. Engineers have laid out separate lanes, wide enough to keep the jet engines from overwhelming the lighter vehicles. High-speed cameras are mounted across the track, drones buzz overhead, and chase vehicles are prepared to capture every second of the action from multiple angles. The teams work in silence, each group of specialists fine-tuning their machine for the conditions. The motorcycle crew debates tire pressure and gearing ratios, knowing traction could be the key to snatching an early lead. The Formula One engineers adjust the rear wing for maximum straight-line speed, sacrificing cornering since the race is only about raw acceleration. The jet technicians run diagnostic checks on avionics and engine systems, while ground crews secure the area for the incredible thrust about to be unleashed. The supercar drivers talk strategy, each boasting about launch control systems and turbo boost advantages. Meanwhile, the private jet crew stays focused, aware they are the underdogs but determined to surprise the field. As the sun climbs higher, tension in the air becomes almost unbearable. Spectators clutch their phones, broadcasting live streams across the world. Commentators repeat the impossible question: who can win when the titans of land and air collide on the same stretch of runway? The lineup is ready, the track is prepared, and the world is about to witness a battle that has never been attempted before. Engines rumble like thunder across the runway, each machine vibrating with restrained fury as the countdown begins. The Kawasaki Ninja H2R rider leans forward, body low, visor glinting in the sunlight. His gloved hand twists the throttle, the supercharged engine screaming in anticipation. Beside him, the Formula One driver grips the steering wheel, heart pounding, eyes fixed on the lights ahead. The line of supercars growls, exhaust spitting fire as launch control systems engage, the revs building to a perfect pitch. The F16 pilot, calm yet focused, flicks switches inside the cockpit, his world a symphony of radar screens and flashing indicators. A few hundred meters away, the private jet crew makes final checks, turbines spinning with growing intensity, a low roar building into a wall of sound. The lights count down: red, 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 green. In an instant, chaos erupts. The Kawasaki Ninja H2R launches forward like a bullet, its rear wheel barely gripping the tarmac as the rider fights to keep control. The F1 car reacts almost simultaneously, its tires screaming but finding grip thanks to years of racing technology, accelerating with brutal precision. The supercars blast forward, a kaleidoscope of color and noise, their engines howling as they fight to keep up with the two lead machines. Then the jets unleash their fury. The F-16 explodes with fire and sound, afterburner igniting, hurling the aircraft forward with sheer violence, while the private jet begins its roll, engines howling as it pushes its heavy body toward flight speed. For the first few seconds, the motorcycle shocks everyone, its raw power propelling it ahead of the F1 car. The rider crouches lower, the front wheel barely touching the ground as wind resistance slams into him. The F1 driver, unshaken, reels the gap back, inch by inch, as downforce and traction give the car relentless acceleration. Behind them, the supercars are locked in their own battle, some surging forward with bursts of turbocharged fury, others lagging slightly, but all determined to prove their worth. Then the air machines begin to show their dominance. The F-16, though delayed by its massive size, surges like a rocket, flames blasting from its tail, overtaking the ground machines with terrifying speed. The private jet gathers momentum, its sleek body eating up the runway, slowly but surely overtaking some of the supercars as its engines unleash raw thrust. Cameras catch every angle, the motorcycles' desperate fight against physics, the F1 car clawing forward with measured aggression, the supercars straining for every advantage, the private jet rising in acceleration, and the F-16 ripping through the air like a predator unleashed. The crowd roars as the machines thunder down the runway, the ground shaking, the sky itself trembling with the power of combustion and speed. The race is no longer just about victory, it is about survival, about machines straining at the very edge of what they were built to do. As the finish line approaches, the difference becomes clear. The Kawasaki Ninja H2R, though blisteringly fast at launch, begins to lose its edge against the relentless pull of the Formula One car. The F1 surges ahead, its stability and engineering giving it the upper hand as speeds climb beyond what the bike can comfortably sustain. Yet both are rendered almost insignificant as the F-16 blasts past them, leaving trails of heat distortion and thunder in its wake. The private jet, now fully engaged, screams past the supercars, pushing toward speeds that ground machines cannot match, though still falling short of the fighter's monstrous acceleration. The supercars, beautiful yet outclassed, fight among themselves for pride, their roars drowned by the titanic forces beside them. The finish is breathtaking. The F-16 crosses first, vanishing into the horizon like a god of speed. Seconds behind, the private jet tears past the line, engine straining as it prepares to lift off. The Formula One car secures its dominance on the ground, narrowly edging the Ninja H2R, which still impresses with its unbelievable ferocity. The supercars thunder across one by one, each finishing strong but humbled by the sheer scale of the competitors they faced. The aftermath is a mix of awe and celebration. Engineers swarm their machines, checking vitals and congratulating drivers and pilots. The motorcycle rider removes his helmet, grinning despite losing to the F1, he proved the H2R could challenge giants. The F1 driver raises a fist in triumph, proud of securing ground supremacy. The supercar drivers share nods of respect, knowing they were part of history even if not the fastest. The private jet crew laughs, amazed at how close they came to the true king of the skies. And the F16 pilot, calm and professional, simply acknowledges the obvious: there was never really a contest when a war machine was unleashed among racers. Crowds cheer, commentators scream into microphones, and social media explodes with replays of every moment. The numbers come in, displayed on massive screens: the F16 breaking sound barriers, the private jet pushing speeds unheard of for its class, the F1 and H2R setting times that will be remembered forever, the supercars proving once again why they captivate the imagination. Each machine is declared a winner in its own right, a symbol of what human innovation can achieve. Land, air, luxury, war, each domain produced a champion. The ultimate drag race ends not with a single victor, but with the celebration of speed.